Hello and welcome to the first episode of the If She Sits, She Knits podcast. My name is Heather. I live in Texas with my 2 children and 4 dogs and my husband. Today is Saturday, September 4th. I am sitting here in my bedroom because that's the only quiet place that I have in our house right now. And so I just wanted to start my own podcast and share all my knitting stuff with you guys. So grab a drink, grab a knitting project, and let's start. So the first thing I want to share with y'all is something that I don't even have with me right now, but I will insert a picture of it somewhere in here. And that is the test knit that I did for Malia Made It. She is coming out with, I think she says it's the Bubblicious sock pattern. I will link it when it becomes available below, but for right now, like I said, I'll insert a picture of it here somewhere, but I did use the Luna Purl yarn in Vaporwave, which is a self-striping. Still have no idea how close I need to have all of this stuff in camera. We're working on it. We're not a pro yet. Anyway, it has kind of a rainbow effect to it. It has greens, blues, purples, pinks, oranges, yellows. Very pretty. And like I said in the picture, you guys will have already seen it, what it works up to. I still have quite a bit of this left. I think I might end up making some socks for my girls. I have 2 children. I have 2 little girls. One just turned 1 and the other one is 2.5. She will be 3. So we're in the fantastic phase of terrible 2s and tumultuous 3s, but she's pretty awesome. Very smart girls that I have. Anyway, for the contrast, I used a purple, which I have very, very little left because I had to play yarn chicken with. This is also from Luna Purl. She had some minis that she came out with. Let's see. Hopefully you can see that really good. Yes. Okay. I ran out of that. So one of the socks I used this mini for. I just finished them this morning, so I have a big old mess in my bag. So anyway, it's a variegated one that has purples, blues, greens-ish kind of colors in it. So that's that. This bag that I have this in is from Midwest Stitches. It was part of the summer sock camp thing that she did. It's very cute, very campy. There we go. Midwest Stitches. I will link her shop down below. I don't know if she has anything new or anything like that, but you should definitely check it out. It's a really cool bag. It has like cork on the bottom, so yeah, hopefully y'all can hear me well enough. I'm trying to take some tips from other people that I watch, like Nitty Natty and the Crazy Sock Lady and stuff like that. So this is all new to me. That's the only FO that I have recently. Everything else is going to be a whip. Some of them are languishing whips. Let's be realistic. They are all languishing whips because I have been solely working on these socks, which are done now. So the next thing I have are, this is from my sock week stuff that we did with Knitty Natty. This, I have half finished object here, and this is in KnitPicks Felici. I want to say it's called Who'sits and Whatsits, but I'm not 100% sure, and I will look at the label. Actually, I have it right here because I have a whole other hink of it left. This is Whatsits Galore. And I don't think this is available anymore because it was part of their last collection, but really cool. I figured it was very sock week appropriate. Little Mermaid. I do have my progress keepers from Tudor. Little goldfish. And this one, let me get it in view, is supposed to be like a wave, I think. My daughter calls it Moana's heart. So, or the heart of the ocean. So I love Ann Tudor's stitch markers. She does beautiful work. They are glass lamp work. She's an incredible artist, and I'm always going to support her. She has awesome progress keepers. For the contrast toe and cuff, this is from Emma's yarn, and I want to say it's 10,000 Leagues. It's kind of showing more blue than what it actually is, but that's because of my light. Maybe if I adjust my light, it will change so it's more true to color. Maybe that one? We'll go with that. I don't know, we'll see. I am using a ring light because it's very dark in my room. We keep it dark in here. It's better for sleeping, especially for nap time. So I have my baby shark bag right here. So the funny thing about this is during sock week, we went to the zoo that we live close to here, and I brought my socks with me thinking that I was going to be able to knit. I don't know what I was thinking, especially with basically 2 toddlers. I had no time to knit. But this was hanging on our wagon that we have, and it fell off. It fell off in my least favorite section of the zoo, which is the reptile section. I don't like snakes. I don't like reptiles. I understand I live in Texas. There's a lot of them here, but I don't like snakes. Well, this fell off in there. This whole bag with my almost finished sock. I think I had the toe left on it, and we got in the car, and I asked my husband, I was like, do you know where my knitting bag is at? And he was like, no, I thought it was in the car. And it occurred to me soon that it was gone. So I was like, oh my gosh, I just lost my whole knitting bag and everything. And he was like, why did you bring it into the zoo? And I was like, I don't know. I thought I was going to be able to knit, but yeah. So we actually left the zoo. Like, we were already like 5-10 minutes away. And he was like, do you want me to go back to the zoo and see if we can find her knitting bag? And I was like, well, kind of learned a lesson. That was my bad. He was like, no, your knitting stuff is important. It's also expensive. I was like, well, I actually didn't have like a super expensive thing of yarn. Even though this is, I mean, it's like $5-6. I mean, it's your lower end of the scale on how much you could spend on yarn for sure. But I tried to downplay it. It was like, oh, it wasn't that expensive. And he was like, let's be realistic. Between the needles, the yarn, and the bag, and your progress keepers, we probably lost a lot of money at the zoo. You're right. So I was like, okay, if you want to go back, you can go back, So he went and he ran through the zoo. Of all of the places, I checked through all of our pictures and everything like that to try and figure out the last place that it was in our pictures, like hanging on the wagon. And he found it for me, brought it back to me. Amazing. So these socks are definitely going to have a story to tell. Yeah, I will wait until the girls are older before I start trying to bring my socks or any type of knitting with me with them, because yeah, it's just too easy for this stuff to just kind of go missing. So yeah, as far as needles, what I use for my socks, and I usually knit shorty socks as well. I don't like really long socks. But anyway, I use the Chiaogoo Redlace size 1. This one I think is a 32-inch cable. I like doing magic loop. I've tried to get on board with the 9-inch circulars. It makes me cramp up in my thumbs. I still am trying to retrain myself to do that. I am a continental knitter, so and I feel like I'm a pretty tight knitter too, so when I have like really small, not intricate, I guess, I have really small stitches, especially on socks. If I try to do 9-inch circulars, I get cramped up. So yeah, light bulb stitch markers, like a lot of people do. I measure every 10 rows so that I can go back and duplicate what I did on my shorty sock or my sock in general. This is just a rounded toe. This is my own sock recipe. I think I do like a 20 round cuff. Actually did a constructed heel. I usually do afterthought heels, but I wanted to try and do an actual heel and gusset and all of that stuff on these socks, and I think I might start doing that more because I like the fit better. I want to try some different afterthought heels too, because I just kind of don't like the ones that I'm doing right now, because it's like basically a toe on your heel. So yeah, that's that. So that's a half done whip. So I just need to get cracking on these, get the other mate done for that, and then I'll have another pair of socks. That's my goal, is to have a bunch of hand knit socks. The ones that I did for my test knit that I just talked about, those are actually a little bit too big. And even though they're like rainbow, my husband said that he would wear them because he said that they were cool and he would wear them in the house. He'd probably wear them out, but he just said, no, I'll take them. They'll fit my feet. So he appreciates the knitting. My other whip that I have is actually a gift knit. One of my coworkers is retiring in January, February. And so I feel like he's knit worthy. And he has a size 12 foot. And so I am knitting him a big old sock. As you can see, there's a lot of purple in it. This is from a Texas dyer, which I love. It is Muststache yarn. And the colorway is purple Skien. And me and my coworker are Prince fans. He is also a Minnesota Vikings fan. So I threw in the gold stripe at the toe because I guess my contrasting color is this one. I don't really have, I don't know that I have a name for this one. Yeah, I don't. This is a mini that I had. I don't know exactly who the dyer is. If I do remember it or I find the label for it, I will include that information below. I also need to get better about putting my stuff on Ravelry. I forgot to put at the beginning of my podcast that if you want to get in contact with me or you want to see what I'm knitting, you can follow me on Instagram as IfSheSitsSheKnits. That's also my Ravelry handle as well. And so yeah, you can follow me, I'll follow you back. We'll share each other's knitting, because that's what this is all about. So anyway, back to my gift knitting. So I just bought one of those, it's a sock ruler thing where you can figure out how much you need for a certain size of shoe. I got that from the Crazy Sock Lady, who I also have this summer sock camp progress keeper, and I also got this little let's see if you can see him a little bit closer, little lightning bug or firefly is what other people call it. I call it a lightning bug. But I got this from Random Fandom Bags. That was part of her summer sock camp thing too. So, and it glows in the dark. Super cute. Oh, and then here's another Ann Tudor progress keeper. It's a little beehive. So anyway, yeah, I don't know how far I'm really into this. I feel like I have a lot to go before I get to the heel. Still, maybe, maybe not. I need to measure again. I do have his foot traced. That's a story in itself. So my other coworker who has interest in knitting, she said that she would help me out, and we made up the story that she was trying to make a Father's Day card for her husband. Yes, that's how long I've been knitting these, since Father's Day. Before that. And so she said, hey, what size is your foot? And he was like, it's a size 12. And she's like, cool, that's the size of my husband's foot. I need to trace your foot. So he let her trace his foot, and he thought it was for a Father's Day card, but it was really so that I could make him some socks. He still has no idea. And I have worked on these in the mornings in front of him, and he has not picked up on the fact that these are his socks. So this will be a fun surprise at his retirement ceremony, because, like I said, he's knit worthy. So yeah, I hope he'll like these. I plan on doing, again, this as the heel and cuff. I just thought the little stripe on the front part by the toe was the best way to kind of put in that contrast. So that way it kind of didn't take away from the striping, because I think it's really cool. So yeah. Okay, so that is that sock whip. As you can tell, I like to knit socks. I haven't really started on any garments like I want to, but I think I grabbed one that, yeah, I do. I have to think of the name of it. It's a cardigan. I'll put it down below. That'll be the next thing that I'm gonna show you. It's the planning of the whips that I want, or another whip that I want to start, because there is the fall make along with Knitting Natty. And there's also the pigskin party that is going to start on the 5th. So I don't remember if you can start whips or start with whips, or you have to start a totally new project. I'll have to research that more, but I'll also link the pigskin party down below as well, because it's really fun and you should be able to jump in and yeah, we should all have fun, even if you're not into football, because I'm not into football. I really don't like football, but why not make some fun out of it, right? Okay, so my next, we'll go with whips again. This one is, I am not very far on this at all. This is the String of Hearts pattern by Maddie Hobbs. I am not very far on this, but you can just start to see the heart that it starts in here. I think I have one heart so far. Man, I am not used to this whole thing with the camera yet. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. And this yarn, do I have the label in here? I sure don't. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when I figure out what this yarn is, I will link it below. I want to say that this is I have no idea. I'd be lying if I did. If I said I did. I don't. I don't know. But I will put it down below. So anyway, not very far on this, but it's super awesome. I've never knit socks that have cables in it, but I like patterns that have charts, because I feel like it gives me a goal of getting to the next thing. That's why I'm going back to the first thing I talked about, the socks that I did. Self-striping gives me a goal. Patterns give me a goal. It makes me want to continue it so that I can finish it. So yeah. So this is a Della Q bag that I got. I went to a class a couple months ago, and I stopped at a yarn shop on the way home. And so it's just this really cute bucket bag kind of thing. And it has a closure on the top. But this is super great for like on the go projects. So, oh, I forgot to say who this bag was from for my socks for my coworker. This is from Molly Klein Design. Super cute bag. Has little raindrops on the inside. I'll link her shop down below. Right now she has some really cute Halloween stuff. If you're into Hocus Pocus, she has a set that comes with some sock yarn, a contrasting yarn for heels, toes, and cuffs, and a bag. Super cute. So look at Molly's stuff because it's awesome. This is part, oh, I took this out of my other sock thing. This is also from Random Fandom Bags. I love the movie Up. So it's got Carl in the house, and Kevin, and Ellie, and Russell. So yeah, that was a set that she did not too, oh gosh, it was probably 2 years ago, but I love it. It's my favorite. So yeah, I was gonna say about the sweater that I want to start. This is the other sweater that I started, and this is the rocket tee. Another languishing whip. Here it is. I'm striping it. You're supposed to put mohair. I just did a white fingering weight. Yeah. I need to work on this. I think I messed it up and then I got mad at it, so I just put it in timeout. So, but this is Cascade yarn in Snow, and this other, I don't have the band in here. This other, the blue is I don't know. I'll look. I think I have it on my Ravelry. Again, I will update all my Ravelry projects so that they are reflective of what I have going on. I have a lot of updating to do. Alrighty. This is in a Candy Shop Yarns bag. Love her yarn, love her stuff. That is, I'm going to be using her rainbow tweed green color to make this cardigan that I want to do. I'll link that down below too, because I can't think of it right now. I want to say it's like a breeze cardigan. It came out last year. It has cables. I can't think of it right now. My last whip that I brought with me has, well, here's a mini set that I got from Manny's Makings that I'm going to put into this whip that I have. That is a scrappy project. It is my squishy dot blanket. The squishy dot blanket is a free pattern from Selene. And all but the middle. The middle was dyed by me. And the rest of these are Candy Shop yarns from her, from her carnival food set. So there's like popcorn. This is a snow cone, I think. This is candy apple. There's some other ones in there. They're like super fun colors. I'll have to put the names in there. But super easy pattern to follow. Great potato chip knitting, as people like to call it. I am holding this double with just a plain undyed yarn. Where's my, probably not in here. I don't have much of it left. I need to wind up another ball. This is just a natural one. I had some left over from when I did do yarn dyeing a long time ago. So I still have a cone of it left, but I'm using it held double. This is a mess. Oh my goodness. Trying to think what needles I'm using. These are Chiaogoo in a size 6. I thought these were from my interchangeable set, but they're not. But you know, I like really good pointy needles. That's how I like to knit. But I throw mini skeins in here just to throw them in. This is a set from Purl that I bought. I want to say off of Etsy. She had some like scraps that she had put into mini skeins, and so I grabbed those up. I'm a mini skein. I love them. Okay, I think they're awesome. I have tons and tons of mini skeins. I can get enough. So give me all of the minis. I have a big like tote bag of minis that I have. I need to find a different storage solution for them, but yeah, I love them. They're awesome. Yeah, so there's that. Put this stuff back in here. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about, I think, is acquisitions. Recent things that I've gotten in the mail. I still have some yarn in the mail that's coming. That'll be in the next episode, of course. So the first thing I have to show is my Share a Pair set from Mandy's Makings. This is in the colorway You're Invited. And you can see it's a really pretty blue with the white that's got yellow, pink, and blue. It's sparkly. We love a sparkle. I have another set from her as well. This one, I think she said was like an oops. Like I think maybe the color got a little too pink. But I didn't mind because I missed out on the first time she listed this, and this is called Military Family. So it's red, white, and blue. So I'm excited to start these. Actually sent this set to my Share a Pair partner that we did through Knitting Natty's membership, which I'm a part of. And so hopefully when my partner gets this, we can start on these. But that the other part of my acquisitions is the set that she sent me, which I thought was super cool because it's totally in my color preferences, which is this is called Cranberry Fields. This is by a chick that knits. It's an 80-20 fingering base. But yeah, it's got reds, blues, and then this really pretty teal color. Teal is like my favorite color. I love it so much. Yeah. So either we can do those ones or the ones that I sent her. Either way, I don't care. Ready to start the new socks. Of course, I have the other socks that I need to finish. But who doesn't love socks? Like, that's the last thing that I forgot to say about things that are not finished. Okay. This is not the most organized podcast, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I don't have any notes. I need to do notes next time. But anyway, last year I knit these socks for Halloween. This is also Luna Purl. And I want to say this is called Space Ghost. But there's a fundamental thing that is missing here. And I'm sure y'all can see that. They need heels. Okay? I just need to break down and do the damn heels. Because I don't have them done yet. So I need to do it. And of course, there's another progress keeper from Anne. Little ghost. How cute. Okay. Back to acquisitions. And this is in a bag. Real quick. This is from Bird Leg Bags. They don't make bags anymore. I wish they did because I think their shapes and their patterns are awesome. Construction is fantastic. I mean, how cute. And it's, okay, I know it's not officially fall yet, but it's fall in my house. I love fall. My favorite season of the year. My birthday is in October. I love fall. Okay, so it's fall here. It's probably like 100 and some degrees outside right now, but it's fall here. Okay, it's fall here. Anyway, I have 2 more acquisitions and then that's it. So yeah, I actually got this in the mail today. I got these 2 things in the mail today. This one is from Plank and Stella, and it is a one-of-a-kind skein, but it has this, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it has this black stripe in it, and I thought it was really cool. Of course, these are very Halloween-y. It looks Halloween-y to me. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. I think this is my first skein from Plank and Stella. I think. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how these knit up. I think it's gonna be really cool. This is sorry, zebra fingering, 100% superwash merino, 437 yards, 100 grams. But this is one of a kind, number Z as in zebra, 009. So again, pretty, 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 pretty. Okay, there's that. The last thing that I bought. I'm not from Texas, but that's where I live, and that's where I'm gonna stay. I love Texas. So Nomadic Yarns came out with, Nomadic Knits came out with issue 10 called Texas. So I was really excited to get this. I got this in the mail today. Have really beautiful patterns in here. It features Muststache yarns. She did like a little interview thing in here. There's some socks in here that they use her yarn in there. Hill Country Weavers is in here, which I love that yarn shop. That's one of the closer ones that we have. We have no local yarn shops here. So I either have to drive to Austin or Waco. So yeah, beautiful pictures of the Texas landscapes. I won't show too much because there are patterns in here, but yeah, was super excited to get this book. Just because even if I don't knit anything out of it right away, just the photography and the whole purpose behind this book like there's the fiber history of Texas and stuff like that. Just thought it was really cool. So yeah. But yeah, that's the last acquisition that I have to share is Nomadic Knits. But yeah, that's all I have to share. I appreciate you sitting and hanging out with me and letting me share all of my knitting with you. I don't have a whole lot of knitting friends that's around here, so I really do want to share that with this podcast. Drop a comment down below what you're knitting on. And I hope to see you all in the next episode whenever I get the time to do the second episode. I don't have a schedule yet on what it is that I'm going to upload on. But again, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.